Class of 72, June 5th, 1972, when we were all told, we're going our separate ways, we'll never be together again. Well, tonight, we proved part of that wrong. We're here tonight. So what I thought I'd do, I pulled something that I had printed back a few years ago, but it's still appropriate for tonight. 30 years difference, and it actually was dated 1972. So the first difference is 1972, 2002. Okay, the first part of it, 1972, long hair. 2002, longing for hair. 1972, K-E-G, cake. 2002, Dr. George Armatorio's favorite, E-K-G. K-E-G, E-K-G, a little twist. 1972, acid rock. 2002, acid reflex. 1972, Janny, you can relate to this one. Moving to California because it's cool. 2002, moving to California because it's warm. 1972, trying to look like Marlon Brando or Liz Taylor. 2002, trying not to look like Marlon Brando or Liz Taylor. 1972, hoping for a BMW. 2002, hoping for a BM. I had to make sure I didn't laugh on that. 1972, going to a new hip joint. 2002, receiving a new hip joint. 1972, Rolling Stones. 2002, kidney stones. 1972, disco. 2002, Costco. 1972, parents begging you to get your hair cut. 2002, children begging you to get their head shaved. 1972, passing the driver's test. 2002, passing the vision test. 1972, whatever. 2002, depends. So I thought I'd just share those couple of things. So what I wanted to do was go back, since reunions are all about memories, I'm dropping the papers all over the place that are here. Where do I begin? Well, 30 years from then, now it's 37, happened to be with Bill Soltesz, my brother Denny, today. So my brother says something to the effect, 37th, Bill right away, just like that. So we just didn't do math very well back then. So some of the memories from school. Elementary school. Some present, everything else. Pretty soon there's going to be a picture that goes up. In case you're wondering what's on the table there with the numbers 1 through 25, we're going to be playing, actually you're going to have a test. Sorry, this is a school reunion, right? So we're going to have a test. There'll be a picture that flashes up. We're going to try and guess who's in the pictures. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to start with 7th grade. Memories of walking into 7th grade history class with Mr. Carl Rizzo Mance. You would either know history when you came out of his class, or you'd be embarrassed that you didn't learn it and got it. Or you also made sure you didn't let Mr. Mance know that you either had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right, Debbie Billadu? Yeah, I was the one on the receiving end of that one. I sort of like was into class before Debbie, and we sort of had like this little, we liked each other thing. Well, Mr. Mance, straight arrow as he is, he found out about it. End of class one day, bell rang, he said, everybody but Nick, sit down. So I'm looking at it, what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not in any trouble, did I? Nick, after everybody left the room, I need you to move to this chair here. I moved over, sat down. The next class comes in, I'm sitting in Debbie's seat. So Mr. Mance wouldn't let anybody forget, and then he played that all over it again. Then we went to 8th grade with history class with Mr. Ray Foley. Both men have since passed on. They were great teachers. And of course, Mr. Foley was the blast that we always had, and he always talked about the evil-minded redheads, Janny Sidler and Rhonda Spellman, that were in the classroom. And let's see what else. Test preparation was always great with Mr. Foley because you always knew what you were going to be tested on. So he always took care of us. And then there was always Mr. Frey and his films, Mrs. Croissant, who said, don't ever take a makeup test from me, it'll make your hair curl. It did. So then we go on to band. Memories of practices and performances, band trips, bus rides, and if I ever hear that song, 100 bottles of beer on the wall again, I think I'm going to croak. Sports, we go on with football and the guys. Saturday day games, what an experiment that failed for 1 year, and we got to experiment that one. Baseball with Rich Herman, Jeff Potter, Ed Prince, Donnie Mancini, Jeff Meehan, the whole crew. So I left Elwood City in '78. My wife and I moved to Fort Lauderdale. I was down there, worked, and the guy I worked with for a little while, got to be real good friends with him. His son, our oldest son, played t-ball together. I didn't see Steve for years. So I ran into him about 2 years ago. So we're talking, and he said, "Oh, what's Petey? What did Petey do?" "Well, he went off to college." "Oh, really? Where?" "Oh, back in Pennsylvania." And Steve was from from Lancaster. I said, "So, where in Pennsylvania?" He said, "Oh, you never heard of the place." I said, "Where?" He said, "Clarion." I said, "Where did he go to college?" "Clarion State College." "Did he play baseball?" "Yeah, well, he must have played for Rich Herman then." He just looked at me. Rich was his coach. I'm 1,200 miles away talking to a guy about the coach. So we go on to basketball, and needless to say, Mark Gunner, perfection of 20 and 20 in that one game, and beating Farrell into the dirt.
Yes.
That was beautiful. Eddie McCluskey and Farrell lost. Team spirit, support, t-shirts, we did it all. And as was said before, I still thought we were the #1 team in the entire state that year, thanks to our guys. Then there was the night where I participated in Grand Theft Auto. And I have to admit it, I became a cop. I retired a couple months ago. But I'm admitting it to everybody now, I participated in Grand Theft Auto. The night we had a party at my house and Sherry Flecken's Datsun sort of like disappeared, but we pushed it down the street. She had no clue. Took care of that. Then we were always over at Mary Jo Lagana's house, or, sorry Johnette, your parents' couch that got broken. I didn't do it. It was Bill Soltez and my brother Denny. Just throw them right under the bus. So those are some of the memories from our days at Lincoln. Now what I want to say is, it's been great. We had a great class. I still say one of the best classes to ever come out of Lincoln High School. I mean it seriously. We had a great group. We had a great group of friends. And I just was thankful to be a part of all of you. Have a good time.